Hey guys, and welcome to the MrMaple Show. Smash that like button. Today I'm bringing you a fall color extravaganza. Here we're walking through St. John's in the Wilderness here in Flat Rock, North Carolina. It's about a 5-minute drive from MrMaple. Fall colors hitting at its peak right now, and I have to show you some amazing fall color here at St. John's in the Wilderness. This garden is actually a cemetery. It is beautiful, it is amazing, it's classic, and fall colors at its peak, and they've got some great cultivars of Japanese maples here in the gardens to really enjoy just this beauty and fall color right now. So guys, get excited. It's looking pretty amazing. Let's get into it. Guys, right here, we've got Acer palmatum scrolopendrifolium, really showing some good fall color. When we're looking at this tree in the shade, we're seeing more yellows, but as we get over here to the sunlight, we're actually seeing more of those carotenoids showing up with some of that red color. We've talked about the fall color and how that can change shade versus sun. Great example right here going on. This garden is so beautiful. We've got a Sangukaku back here in the back, already showing some yellow fall color. And the Kusa dogwood here isn't quite in fall color yet, but as we're walking on this garden, I mean, this is just looking at its peak. And that's why I had to bring you in today to show you the fall color here at St. John's of the Wilderness. It's one of the more beautiful gardens here in Hendersonville, and man, it has been a rock star right now. Right here, we've got a really nice Hogyoku, and Hogyoku is known for having that pumpkin orange fall color, yellows to oranges, great companion plant with Osakazuki. I mean, Hogyoku is rocking it out right here, right now, with some just amazing fall color. And people are going to be asking what the larger tree is here. This is, this appears to be an Acer truncatum. I didn't realize this Shantung maple was here. I mean, that's looking pretty choice right now too, with that yellow. And you see, oddly enough, we see one little branch up there that's going to more red on the fall color. That's really interesting. You know, which way do we go here? Do we go this way? Or do we go this way? I'm gonna take you over here first because I know there's some beautiful trees over here we'll have to talk about. Coming up right here, we've got an Emperor 1. That is a real beauty. Right over here, we have an older, and this is Murahibari right here. You're seeing Murahibari with some nice fall colors up there, with some really nice oranges and yellows popping in. Really popping it off right now. That's an older cultivar, not commonly found in the trade, but that Murahibari is looking pretty choice right now. Back here, I believe there's an Orino Nishiki back there, but it's not really showing much variegation, being with its age and not being pruned on much. But, guys, right over here, Acer palmatum bloodgood. And bloodgood is popping right now. I mean, just vibrant red. One of the better colors I've seen bloodgood at right now in fall color. The sun's shining through in some spots up through here, and it's really looking nice. I mean, bloodgood's a classic. It's a selection by Bloodgood Nurseries. Had nothing to do with the tree's color, the name Bloodgood. Had to do with the guy who introduced it, Bloodgood Nurseries. That was their last name. And so crazy, now that's become synonymous with what we think about with Japanese maples in the trade. We see a lot of really nice Tamukiyamas in here. And you're gonna see some right here, some up above this, and I see a Japonicum up there. I don't know if you can see that orange. We're gonna have to get up there and check out that orange going on Meiku Jaku Aconitafolium up there here in just a second. But that one's looking really nice. And I believe this middle one is actually, one of these is a red dragon. I'll get up here and tell you which one here in a minute. So as we were looking down there, we definitely had a Tsumukiyama. Right here, I actually believe may be a Crimson Queen. And you'll see the fall color starting to peak up a little bit different, but I look at the sublobes, and that's really what tells me the difference on which lace leaf is which. The Red Dragon, I do believe, is right here. And it's getting some fall color. It's not to its peak yet. I'd say in a few days it'll really be hitting off really soon. But let's talk about the Dancing Peacock. Meiku Jaku, the Dancing Peacock, is just rocking it out right now. This is one of the most beautiful trees that's very consistent on its fall color. The leaves look very much like a peacock displaying its feathers, especially when you see this fall color and all those colors going off. That is next level, super choice. And the fall color with this can be multiple colors all on one leaf. I mean, it is looking spectacular right now with all the multitude of colors we're seeing. And it turns to fall color based on the day length shortening, so not the cold temperatures that come in. So you get that very consistently because, you know, that's one thing that's very consistent. Day length shrinks in the fall, where cold temperatures may not be consistent in different areas. So some really good fall color happening on this always in people's garden. If you're looking for consistent fall color, think about Meiku Jaku, the Dancing Peacock Japanese Maple. I'm looking through here. I see that we've already missed a little bit. I don't know if you see back here in the back, right over here. That appears to have been Seki Mori. And we've already lost a little bit of its fall color. Behind it's that Bloodgood again, really popping off. Back here, I can tell from the shape, if you see the Red Dragon right over here, you can see its shape because it's slow growing, but the branches aren't as pendulous as Tsumukiyama or an Abishidari. That one's looking really nice right now as well. And as we're coming up through here, we've got a Kusa Dogwood getting some yellow fall color. We've got a green Japanese maple that hasn't hit fall color yet. Appears to be a seedling. Looks like Shirasanum aureum right here. We've shot a cultivar highlight this tree. Is already done for the season. We're gonna walk out and walk around and see what other awesome trees we see in fall color up here. I mean, this garden is known for having just amazing fall color. Aimed up a little bit here. Now you can just see another view of this place, just popping off some fall color. It's looking really good right now. Now, St. John's Wilderness is a local church. They do a lot of great things here in the community. I've actually participated in some of their plays as a bassist before that raised money for local charities. And this is a classic cemetery. Some of the stonework in here has been done by my grandfather, Hicks Hill, who Matt's child's named after. But as you can see, definitely some really cool headstones that are different, more of that classic look. Because again, this is an older cemetery here in Flat Rock, North Carolina. We're standing here right now. Here's some Japanese maples here I haven't seen before. I'm not sure what these are, but to be honest with you, they look a lot like Iwajima Sanago. Getting to some nice yellows and oranges back here, really nice and choice. Larger aminum leaf. And And this one's closer, and it looks like it may actually have had some red color to it, where these back here look like a green that are now going to yellow. So a couple different ones here in the mix of fall color. But beautiful, lots of rhododendrons here. Again, we're here in Western North Carolina. It's the beginning of November, the first week of November in 2025. And so fall colors hitting right now here in the gardens at a really nice time. And I see a lot more maples coming up on my left. I'm not as familiar with these maples as I was with some of the others down below. So this will be some of my first time filming with some of these maples. Coming up here, it looks like we have a Verdus or a waterfall, really showing some yellows, beginning of fall color. Likely we'll get some oranges a little bit later. I'll walk up through here and see what we've got up here as well. Looks like we have a beautiful orangeola showing off real nicely here. Some of that orange-red fall color that people love. I'm gonna see if I can't get closer to that orange-red fall color. That's looking really nice right now. Guys, coming through here, we got a red upright, it appears. I mean, these appear to be like an Emperor One Bloodgood style. There's no tags on these, and I don't know these trees like I know the ones in the back, but they're really giving good fall color at the moment. There's a chance some of these could be even Osakazuki just starting fall color. So it'd be a green that go into red, but they're looking really nice right now. Apologize, I couldn't tell you exactly what those are. Over here, we have an Acer Grisham Nicoense hybrid. Let me get a good shot of this. Now, you look at the leaves and you think paper bark maple, Acer Grisham. But when you look at the bark, you can see here that that bark isn't as ruffled or paper bark like as your typical Acer Grisham. And being down here, I don't see any graft marks down here at the base. We think that this is actually one of the seedlings where Acer Grisham hybridizes with Acer Nicoense, or also known as Acer maximoaxianum. When that happens, you get something very similar to this, like, for instance, the Cultivar Cinnamon Flake, or the Cultivar Shaved Chocolate. And you still see some of that Acer Grisham flaking, but it definitely looks like it could be a hybrid of some sort. And this is such a beautiful garden. Now, the color on that back there, that leaf on that Japanese maple reminds me a little bit of Osakazuki. Again, I'm not familiar with that particular tree, so I couldn't tell you the cultivar status. All the trees that I mentioned before have been trees that I either can recognize straight off or trees that I know the label because I've came to this garden previous times. Let's walk down here because I know there's some other cool trees here at St. John's in the Wilderness. Some awesome trees. And I love the architecture here. I love the rock work. I love these stone pathways. I mean, that is amazing. How we kind of have like a little wall off here on this side with some hollies. It's really well thought out. And then just these classic tombstones. I mean, this, it just makes you think Deep South, old tombstone. And that is amazing. Here's this Verdus waterfall that we were talking about earlier. We're coming up down here on the right, and it appears that there's another coral bark Japanese maple, likely a Sengukaku, going to that pale yellow in here in the deep shade. Right here we have an Acer japonicum, Meikujaku again, which is looking pretty nice. Not as big as that other one that we were just talking about earlier. And then down here, there's a really cool Japanese maple I like a lot. I love this one. There's an older Arakawa, a pine bark Japanese maple. And we'll have to walk over to it here in just a second. I mean, this garden is filled with older Japanese maples. The architecture is really interesting. And then to get to see just some amazing, beautiful Japanese maples in this garden is awesome. And here we're seeing that fall color starting on Arakawa. And Arakawa is known for that pine bark, alligator bark. We'll get in and check that out here in a second. But what's underrated is the fall color. And it's just such an amazing, beautiful tree. I mean, the fall color on this is just next level, where you just get consistent, beautiful yellows, oranges, and reds. Really intense colors on that too. And this one's just starting fall color. It's getting a good amount of sunlight here, which is really going to give it some of those oranges and reds here in the fall. Looking really choice. Let's step in here and look at the pine bark on this. And as we look in here, we see some of that pine bark right there on the tree. Now you see how it buckles a little bit more. And that's really where it gives more of that Arakawa look versus Nishikigawa, which won't have as much or in-depth craters in between the pine barking itself. Really amazing tree. Guys, that's my walkthrough here at St. John's in the Wilderness. This is a beautiful garden. If you ever get to go check it out, check it out. Be respectful of the tombstones. There are people who have been laid to rest here. Many of them are from quite a while ago. But guys, enjoy this place. It's beautiful. It's got hours on the gate. I think it closes at 4 p.m. most days. It's open Monday through Friday. And of course, Sunday they have church up here. So be respectful, but the gardens are amazing. Some beautiful Japanese maples in here. Guys, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We put out daily content all about Japanese maples. Take care, God bless, and have a great day.